Alright guys, I know it's been a while and I haven't really posted much content, but I'm coming here tonight because I'm bored and I want to put a video of my nutsack on the internet. Seems like the thing to do. Yeah, if you've seen any other reviews of these, everyone makes the same joke. I just wanted to be a part of things. There you go. So, I've had this bag now for probably coming up on 2 years. And I held off doing a review for a while because I wanted to kind of review this in a special capacity. So my sole form of transportation, for the most part, is a motorcycle. So that's how I get to work. That's how I run all my errands. And I got tired of trying to either carry everything in my pockets or using my riding backpack. I have a really nice OGO riding backpack. It looks like a carbon fiber turtle shell though, and I work primarily in a medical office, at least during the week, and that's just, it doesn't look terribly professional. So I had seen and heard about these online, and I wanted to check one out. I got it, but I wanted to use it as a riding bag instead of just, someone who throws it in their car or rides the bus with it every day. I wanted to see how it held up in the sun, the wind, the rain, constantly exposed. I ride about 50 miles a day, and it's done really well. And I actually have something else down here that I'll show you shortly. Take that how you will. But it's a really nice bag. It's like a heavy-duty canvas. They coat it in what I believe they call Martexin to kind of help waterproof it, or at least make it water resistant. They say that when you wash these, you can't use any kind of detergent or anything. Just take a hose to it, or the shower or something like that. And I found that to be true. In the 2 years I've been using this thing, I've only had to spray it down maybe 3 or 4 times. It's still very waterproof. I haven't had any issue with it. Over time, the little badging right here for the brand logo has started to peel up at the corners a bit, and some of the leather curls, but it's a really nice top grain leather on the bottom. Here, all the zipper pulls all have leather on them as well. And this is the Satchel Pro, if I didn't say that. So for a long time, this was their biggest model. I think they have 2 or 3 now that are larger than this, but for what I need, it's good. It's starting to show a little bit of wear, some scuffs. They have this in kind of a light tan as well, that apparently will start to show that patterning a lot quicker. And that's a nice looking bag too. I just went with the black because I tend to like carrying black stuff. Let's open it up and I'll show you what all I can carry in here and why this is a good choice, because it's not a very thick profile, pretty small bag. Has an outer pocket here that I will keep like an eyeglass cleaning rag in. I have a random silver piece in here that I carry. And I normally carry a old expired gift card wrapped in Gorilla Tape, just in case I ever need to patch something, which actually came in handy a couple weeks ago. The visor broke off the side of my helmet when I was trying to put the screw back in after cleaning it at work, and I had to actually use that to tape down the side of my visor so it didn't blow off in the freeway. On the top pocket, so there's a lot of stuff in here. A power bank, backup power bank. There's room here for a couple pens, quarter. I'll give you a better look once this is empty. My carry piece is in there because I carry pretty much everywhere I go except work, so I'm not allowed to carry there. Tire pressure gauge for the bike. Leatherman. Little Olight S1R baton. Great flashlight, by the way. charging cable for the flashlight, and an extra USB cord for the power banks. And that covers those two pockets in there. I'm really hoping you guys can see that. I thought the lighting above my table would be enough, but pocket here, main compartment. And there's another inner compartment here. Wallet with some extraneous stuff in it. This isn't my primary wallet, but there's room for that. I always carry a lighter with me because you never know when you're going to need that. Headphones for the gym. A couple zip ties in case something ever breaks off on the bike. Hair comb, beard comb. Little Altoid tin that's empty that I actually taken to putting Tylenol in. It's handy. More quarters and another zip tie in case I ever need to use a payphone or something, because I mean, do payphones even exist anymore? Discuss. And then a little USB thumb drive with like medical information on it in case something ever happens. And that's pretty much it. So in a bag this tiny, I'm able to fit all that, and I still actually have plenty of room in there if I needed to carry anything else. I've gone to, the store after work, been able to fit a couple drinks and some snacks in there, or if I needed to, pick up some soap or whatever. Not as much capacity as a backpack, but it's light and they look really nice. Once you have this top zipped up and the leather closure here, this is actually just kind of a backup because it's kind of hard to see, but you might be able to see the rounds right here and right here are magnets that will actually hold right here and not let it open. I don't know if they still offer it, but they used to give you the option, if you didn't want this extra closure, that to just have the magnetic flaps. I think they have it on some of the smaller models. I think just the Satchel model maybe. But I haven't really had any problems with it. It's holding up really well. I've noticed a little bit of sun fading on the strap, and I don't even think the camera can pick it up. But right here, it looks kind of brown compared to maybe right here. Hopefully that picks up on the camera. And that's just because this is the part that sits on my shoulder when I ride. But what I did is this as the long-term review, and because it held up so well and because I liked it, I went ahead and just get all this stuff aside. Ordered another one. It's the exact same bag, but I wanted you guys to kind of see a comparison between a well-used one that I never abused it, but it's had hard use. Most people aren't outdoors with a bag like this as much as I am, I don't think. But I figured I would wait and open this once I actually shot a review so you guys could kind of see the difference. So this is the new one. And if I pull the old one back, you can kind of see the difference here. So old one, and then the new one. The leather is still super smooth. I know on some of them they give you the option now if you don't actually want it to say Nutsac, which I personally find funny. And if you go to their website and you read the actual story of why it's called that, it actually has nothing to do with what it sounds like. But I know that on some of them you can special order it now where all they have is the acorn logo for people who don't want to have to constantly answer questions about why they're carrying around a big black nutsack. So let's open this up. I'm assuming the shoulder strap will be inside. So main compartment is still empty. That was the front compartment rather. Wow, this is actually really stiff. There we go. Yep, so a brand new shoulder strap. It's kind of hard to see, is a Nutsac sticker. The one that I got with my first one actually was black, so that's kind of fun. And it looks pretty much the same. Honestly, it looks like there might be a little more stitching in here than there was before. I know on some of the newer models, instead of the single pull, they will give you a double pull. I actually saw a video of a guy who had, I think it's the step up from this. It might have been, I think it's called the Sack Daddy. All their names are great. Check them out. It's nutsac.com, I believe. And they went from a single zipper pull like this to kind of the dual ones like they have here on top, only they did it on both, which I think that's kind of neat. For this one, I don't care so much, but it's nice that they're constantly trying to improve. So this one does still have the magnets. So new, used, and let's see if this strap can compare the difference. There we go. I really hope that picks up on camera, because in person it's a dramatic difference. I actually didn't realize how faded that was. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say about it, except that I've tried a lot of different carry options, various tank bags, backpacks. I had a Swiss gear bag that I carried for a while, and the quality of these bags are outstanding. I believe this one retails for, I want to say like $149, $169, something like that. At least it did when I got it. I don't know if it's gone up at all. And that sounds like a lot to drop on what's essentially a man purse, a man bag, I guess. But it's totally worth it. They hold up really well. Everything about this is just top-notch quality. I would love to actually get a hold of some of their other products and review like a larger one for my laptop, or even as like, you know, an EDC bag or something with more stuff in it than what I have here. But yeah, that's on my agenda at some point. And, you know, hey, Nutsac, if you're listening and you want to send me some stuff to review, I will do it. But all that aside, if you want a bag, check them out. Now they do bags, they do wallets. Now I think they actually just started to do like backpacks, and they have a duffel bag, and it's all wonderful. So get one. You will not regret it, because it will last you forever. And their warranty, lifetime, practically no questions asked. A buddy of mine has another one, and his had like a tiny little fray up here in the corner, and then the corner here I think was like peeling up. It didn't affect the functionality at all, but he emailed him and he was like, hey, I've had it for, I think he's had his for about 3 years. He's like, hey, mine is starting to have a little bit of seam issues at the corners, and they just sent him a new one. They didn't even ask him to send his old one back. I think maybe in most cases they would, but because he submitted like a bunch of photographic evidence, they're like, oh, we don't want it back, just here, have a brand new one. Which is great. They really stand by their products, and I would not hesitate to buy pretty much everything that they put out. So as a riding bag, which was the main purpose for this, I love it. It works better for me than pretty much anything I've ever used in this capacity range. I know some riders will say like, hey, you know, messenger bags really aren't the best thing to have kind of a diagonal strap around you like that. And I mean, they have a point. That could be, you know, a hazard of some sort. But a lot of times those are the same guys who you see squidding down the street with no helmet and shorts and flip-flops, you know, taking corners at like $1.20. Take that for what you will. But I think in the specific capacity of a riding bag, it looks professional and it's great. So I will stop ranting at you guys. If you have any questions, just, you know, comment below. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'm hoping to start doing more reviews again now that time is kind of back on my side. Take care, guys.